All right, guys, welcome back. We're gonna have another lure making slash mold making video here, and we'll be copying a lure to make a mold. We're gonna be doing the Slug-O. It's an oldie but a goodie. I remember this guy from back in the day. Caught a lot of fish on a Slug-O, and they are super hard to get where I live. I actually got these at Bass Pro Shop. Cabela's in West Virginia a couple weeks ago when I went back up. So I wanted to copy it, and this lure will do well to copy. Now, set that aside. You remember one of our previous videos where we copied a lure, we had a reaction to the plastic. So I did a little testing on this one, and before I wasted a whole bunch of silicone and messed up 3 molds like we did with the other one, I made a little test batch with my leftover plastisol. And you can see no melted worm, no loose silicone in there. That's with the Slug-O lure. And then our previous video, or one of our previous videos, we did a lot of lure painting with the meltdown, the remelt that we did of the Ozark Trail plastisol. I stuck one of those in there just to make sure it reacted okay to it. And I don't know. It's gooey. It's got loose silicone on it, and it's kind of wet looking down there. And this guy has been sitting there for about a week, so plenty of time to dry up. Slug-O was fine. Ozark Trail plastisol, no, this one does not work. So enough of that jibber jab out of the way. Let's get to making a mold. All right, you know the drill by now, guys, if you've been watching my videos here. We're gonna get our 2-part epoxy. Mix up a little bit on here. And that's just gonna be to hold these lures down. Get it mixed up. Get it mixed up. Get it spread out thin over this whole. What I'm using here is an old window blind. They come in super handy for making these molds, but really anything will work. Any kind of flat surface. And then I like to use popsicle sticks to build up the side. I actually just went and bought some today. I'd been out and couldn't find them anywhere. Who would have thought there'd be a popsicle stick shortage? But you never know what there's going to be a shortage of these days. Try to do this as neatly as possible. You don't want sticky fingers, at least not from epoxy. And just kind of get this smoothed out. It's self-leveling, but you know, the neater it is, the better, right? I'm happy with that. If you're happy with that, let's see, where can I set this at? We'll set it right over here, out of the way. I'm gonna get 2 lures, a double cavity mold out of here. Looking good. Looking good. And just make sure that everything is nice and even on here, because that silicone goes in every little crevice there is. And we want this to be super neat. We'll get it pushed down nice and tightly. And I guess I need to go ahead and mention here, since I haven't, and if you're new to the channel and haven't seen any of my other videos, you want to take these lures when you get them and wash them off with dish detergent, pat them dry, get all the water off of them. What that dish detergent does, it cuts all that worm oil off of it, and so you get a nice nice bond to the epoxy here to hold this down. And most of the times they still come up after the end, but it holds them down, keeps them from floating up. when you pour the silicone over it. So we'll let this sit for 5 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and build the frame up off camera, and then we'll pour this puppy. We are back, guys. I've got the frame built up, glued together with these craft sticks. Went ahead and got the big ones this time. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So I'm not gonna bother y'all. You can go back and watch the other videos if you got any questions on the process. This is the Lumalite mold maker, silicone mold maker. So I'm gonna get that mixed up and get this poured, and we will see you guys. Well, when we see you guys, we'll be pouring some lures. It is the next day, and I went ahead and pulled the mold out. I haven't pulled the lures out yet, but you can see they came off even though we epoxied them down. But it does hold them enough where you can put a mold around them. 2 still usable Slug-Os and a perfect copy of the mold. Looks good. I got some plastisol in the microwave, so I'm gonna get it out and stir it up, and we'll pour a couple and see how they look. All right, guys, got the stuff heated up here. Let's get a little more gold in this black. That might be enough right there. Stir it up, stir it up. Let's test these guys out and see how they pour. A nice light colored belly going on with them there. And finish it up with this black and gold here. This black with the gold flakes is like my favorite color combination for fishing these bayous. That's pretty much all I use for bass fishing in them. I use purple, dark purple a lot too. Another good color. Every now and then I'll use a natural, but mostly this black and gold. Just solid black and gold. It works pretty well. Yeah, these guys are gonna turn out good. Let them cool down and then take a look at them. All right, guys, let's take these out. We'll set them over here. And then go ahead and get 2 more poured. Yeah, those look nice. They look good. Let's see if I can hold this with my hands. Yeah, I don't think so. Get the handy dandy paper towel out and do it that way. I gotta get a pair of gloves. Well, I got a pair of gloves. I need to start using a pair of gloves. Man, I have not fished with a Slug-O in so long. I have caught a lot of fish on them. Maybe I'll try these out and see if they were as good as I remember. It was a while back. All right, I think we are about done. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's check these guys out right here. Looks pretty good. Identical to the original. Identical down to every last detail. So, Now I got my own custom Slug-O mold. I can pour these in any color that I want to. We're going to call this a success, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you on the next video.